Remember that one night when we fell in love. What we had felt so right, cause we had trust. Now it's drowning in our lives, though we're broken up, you know the feelings deep inside. So what's you, what we've been through, I miss you, and you can't lie, you miss me too. If I roll through, but you...
In today's video, we're going to be talking about the beginning of Beyonce and Jay-Z after Miss Aaliyah passed away. So without further more to say, like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your bell post notifications so that you'll be notified every time I drop a video. Let's get into today's video. First and foremost, we're going to be talking about Beyonce's song because, like I said, I wanted to get into her first album and all the songs that is on her first album. First song we're going to be talking about is Crazy in Love, which I feel personally is about how crazy in love she was with Jay-Z after getting with him and how she feels finally being with him and getting him. So let's jump right into it. I also forgot to mention that Jay-Z is featured in this song, and he says it's so crazy right now. Most incredibly, it's your girl B. Some words have multiple meanings behind them, and artists use them for a particular reason, not for what it's actually standing for. So I'm gonna look it up to see if it has any significant meaning, which it did, and incredibly just means used to introduce a statement that is hard to believe. I'm gonna run over it like I did last time, and then we're gonna come back with the commentary. He goes in to say, it's your boy Young. Now, we all know what young means. It means a young, youthful person, but it has more meanings to it. And young just means, or also means, new. And then he said, you ready? History in the making. And history just means the study of past events, particular with inhuman affairs. It also means series of past events connected with someone and something. Part 2. Part 2 means a continuation. We're gonna be skipping over some of the lyrics. I took some lyrics that has significance to what I'm gonna be talking about and what I believe. Such a funny thing for me to try to explain how I'm feeling, and my pride is the one to blame. Pride, again, just means a feeling of deep pleasure or satisfaction derived from one's own achievements or from qualities or possessions that are widely admired. Just how your love can do what no one else can. Your love's got me looking so crazy right now. Got me hoping you'll save me right now. And then Jay-Z comes in with his verse, and I also took some lyrics from his verse that stood out to me the most. Young B in the Rock. Jay-Z has went through phases of calling himself different things, from Jay-Z, Hov, Hova, Rock, everything. And I just wanted to look up what Rock could possibly mean. What it pulled up was a person, and this person's name is Rock. Exactly what Jay-Z was calling himself. I don't know if it has significance to this, but I'm gonna tell you guys anyways because I feel like it does have a little hint. Rock is an American rapper and member of group House of Crazies, but the pockets fat like Tony Soprano. And this was in a series. Tony Soprano, he played a member of the Italian American Mafia, and later in the series acted as a boss of fiction North Jersey crime family. Then he says something about a guy or an artist named Ringo, who is just a musician, songwriter, actor, and he occasionally sang lead vocals with group The Beatles, and he is famous for drumming with the group. He also goes in to say Green Berets, which is a U.S. Army. Jay-Z's words and choice of words are very strong. Jay-Z in the range. You know I'm looking up range. And range just means the scope of a person's knowledge or abilities. He also goes on to call himself Hov in this song. Hov just means God. ending his verse with, "Game's been a wrap." Wrap just means enclosed in paper in one. "I'm foolish, I don't do this. I've been playing myself, I don't care. You're making a fool of me. Got me sprung and I don't care who sees." Now sprung just means multiple things, and I took down a lot of its definitions because there's multiple. So the first definition was move suddenly or rapidly. Escape or release of a prisoner. Arise from. Appear suddenly or unexpectedly from.
Present
Or propose something suddenly, unexpectedly to someone. Suddenly develop. Now let's go back because I want to get into this stuff anxiously. So when she said, or when Jay-Z said in the beginning, "Most incredibly it's your girl," he was introducing a statement that was hard to believe. I'm pretty sure people couldn't believe that he had moved on to Beyonce and used to introduce a statement, which was the relationship. It's your boy Young. He had become a new person, especially getting with Beyonce, moving past what was holding him back, respectfully, which was Aaliyah. In his eyes, it was holding him back. He had become a new person with Beyonce now that they have gone public and was making music together. Jay-Z had finally found the woman who was gonna cater to him, obey, do anything, look crazy for him. He had finally found Beyonce. And then he said, "You ready?" He was basically asking B if she's ready for this journey, this part 2. Because part 1 was with Aaliyah, but it failed because, we already know. But he's basically asking her if she's ready to take on this career together and to finally have and receive what she was craving. History in the making out of all things. Meaning is past events. This point on, him and Beyonce were going to be everything. His plan had finally fell through. A particular in human affairs. A series of past events connected with someone, which I believe means Aaliyah. Part 2, like I said, part 2 means, his second try with another woman who was actually willing. Part 1 fell. And he said it's so crazy right now. It's unbelievable. Basically, the beginning of what would turn into power. Such a funny thing for me to try to explain how I'm feeling, and my pride is the one to blame. Now, I told y'all Beyonce was self-centered as well. She's just like her husband. That's why they are together. Beyonce is the female Jay-Z and Jay-Z is the female Beyonce. They don't care about anybody but themselves and their careers to knock people down to get to the top. She mentioned this herself in her own song on her very first solo album, that she had pride, and pride is a feeling of deep pleasure. Satisfaction derived from one's own achievements. Finally satisfied that she had taken on what Aaliyah left behind. And Beyonce would not be anything without Jay-Z. Jay-Z saved her. Or from qualities or possessions that are widely admired. She admired Aaliyah's possessions. Aaliyah was successful, beautiful. She had the man that Beyonce wanted and options. She had options in the industry. She had the industry wrapped around her finger without even trying or having to beg to have that spotlight. Just how your love can do what no one else can. Aaliyah wasn't willing to do none of what Jay-Z wanted. Your love's got me looking so crazy right now. Aaliyah wasn't finna look crazy for Jay-Z, but Beyonce was willing to look crazy for this man, and she was desperate. After she got him, love's got me looking so crazy right now. And just set yourself so low, basically. She knew she looked crazy. Aaliyah, like, you not finna make me look crazy. You either stop cheating and be with me, and we can do this little Bonnie and Clyde thing, or you can have Beyonce and she wants you anyway. I don't care. I'm just gonna move on with your friend or somebody else. For her to accept that from Jay-Z, nah. She said, "Got me hoping you'll save me right now." At the time, they had came out public, but she was hoping that falling through with this bargain, that he would save her from the stress and the worries that she was going through when Aaliyah was here. Would she be on the top? Would she be able to take on Aaliyah? Would she ever go solo and be successful? Climb above Aaliyah and get Jay-Z? So for her to have gotten Jay-Z and be that girl that he decided to help and handle, she was hoping he saved her from falling off, from being one of those artists that go MIA, right? Young B in The Rock, which, like I said, that is a rapper from the group of House of Crazies. Now, it's funny that he calls himself Rock because this American rapper that he was calling himself was from a group called House of Crazies. That's basically Jay-Z telling you he's crazy. Jay-Z is telling you exactly who he is. He's crazy. He'll to get to the top, and the Illuminati loves that. So they are gonna help him, right? And I wouldn't be surprised if they actually did help him cover up Aaliyah's. They seen that she probably wasn't making the best decisions, and Jay-Z just came to the conclusion that he was gonna end her. He's basically telling you how crazy he was for success, for money, for power. And that's why he's lyrically smart. Aaliyah was lyrically smart too. If you look up the words that she used, words have more definitions. But the pockets are fat like Tony Soprano. Tony Soprano was an Italian mafia. They're very dangerous. And he later became the boss of Fiction North Jersey crime family. Beyonce and Jay-Z became a crime family, right? Because they did that to Aaliyah. Beyonce knew, she let it happen because she did not care, and Jay-Z did it. Jay-Z is very dangerous. Hove is God. He's basically calling himself a god because he took a life and felt like they're gods because of it. Game's been rap. So he said since he made the switch over to platinum, the game's been rap. When he went platinum and he proved his point to the higher ups, the game was a wrap for him. And I say this all the time, I think he beat the game. Of course, he still has some agendas he has to do, but he beat the music game. The game has been a wrap for him since he proved what he said he was gonna prove, basically, right? And his plan fell through, which means enclosed in paper. I don't know if he, sold out. It also means won, like he won. He won in the end. I'm foolish, I don't do this. Beyonce was willing to look foolish. I've been playing myself, I don't care. Getting what Jay-Z is playing herself. She wasn't probably even an option for Jay, but she was begging so much to be with this guy. He probably was like, hey, you ready, B? I'm gonna give you this chance, you know what I'm saying? You better not let me down because I own you. And there will be consequences. You seen what I did to A, I will do that to you. You're making a fool of me. That can speak for itself. Got me sprung and I don't care who see. This girl was obsessed with Jay-Z. I would really like to just hear it from Beyonce, but I know I'll never hear it from Beyonce, nor Jay-Z, unfortunately. Sprung just means move suddenly or rapidly. They moved suddenly, didn't they? They came out with this little album like 2 years after Aaliyah passed, and it was moving rapidly. Their success, him promoting Beyonce, and just this whole escapade situation that Beyonce was craving, right? This career, the success, the possessions of someone else. She had everything in the palm of her hands, right? So it was just happening so fast for her after Aaliyah passed, and I don't think she expected to actually become one with Jay-Z. It says escape or release of a prisoner. She was a prisoner while Aaliyah was out. She could not do what she wanted to because she knew she would not be able to top Aaliyah. Aaliyah was out way before Beyonce, was way successful. I don't care what no one else says. Destiny Child, they were successful, but that's Destiny's Child. That's not Beyonce by herself. What I mean was Beyonce could not be one by herself with Aaliyah there. Beyonce was not successful than Aaliyah. Aaliyah was one. She didn't have a group. It was just her. And Beyonce knew she couldn't go up against Aaliyah. Aaliyah just had too many unique styles. Her styles was ahead of their time. Hair was ahead of the time. Makeup, decisions. people she was working with, they were also giving her things that were ahead of their times and things that people didn't really use, right? She escaped that dark square that she was in, that Aaliyah was nonchalantly putting her in. Aaliyah didn't even pay attention to Beyonce. She tried to be friends with them, but Beyonce just ruined it. And I think Aaliyah stayed away. After Aaliyah lost everything, Beyonce came up, and a lot of people always call it, they're like, it is odd how Beyonce rised after Aaliyah died, and they are being pinned against each other. What are the odds? There's no odds about it. It is what it is. It is what you exactly think it is. They did that. They took Aaliyah out for Beyonce. Jay-Z did. So she arose from Aaliyah's success, what she lost. We're gonna say lost, not left behind. She lost it. Appears suddenly. They appeared together. They came out together. They did songs together, and Aaliyah came out with Damon. That's basically how it was, I'm sure, for Beyonce and Jay-Z when they did this album. And they came out. They were on 106 and Party together, matching unexpectedly from Aaliyah. Presents, I think I was saying present. Present or propose something suddenly unexpected to someone. He probably settled and was like, look, okay, I'm gonna propose this to you. I'm gonna present this lifestyle, this career to you, and we gotta do it as one. And you seen how Damon tried to get with Beyonce, and Beyonce was smart. She did not fall for that. Aaliyah did. But Beyonce had faith in Jay-Z, which it did get her where she wanted to be and got them both where they wanted to be. But Jay-Z was like, nah, when you with me, you're not gonna be messing around with no other man no more. That life gone, it's me. I can cheat, but you can't. Leave Damon alone. Or I'm gonna do to you what I did to her, and I'm gonna just find somebody else. Suddenly develop. She developed her solo career fast with Jay-Z. Everything just developed so fast. Basically, the same description in different aspect or different ways of putting it. Becoming Beyonce and Jay-Z as one took for Aaliyah to not be here. And that's really sad if you gotta take someone's life to rise. You know, he could have just left Aaliyah alone, let her date Damon. But see, Damon and Aaliyah was gonna grow. They were already at the Vanity Fair. They were at big events, showing up to red carpets. They were finna be Hollywood's couple, right, for that time. And Jay-Z, he was like, nah, I can't do this. I got too much pride. Like, I need that spot. So it's either me or Aaliyah, or Aaliyah gone and me in the next hottest thing, which that happened. Y'all let me know what y'all think. That was Beyonce's Crazy in Love. Let me know what you think about her song, and if what I said stands and is true. And I stand with Jay-Z doing this to Aaliyah, Beyonce knowing, and everybody around Aaliyah knowing about what was gonna happen and what did happen. You guys let me know what you think down below. This will be it for this video. I will be getting into her other songs. We're just gonna go down the line of all of her songs and explain them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Stay crazy.
Do you remember that one night when we fell in love? What we had felt so right, 'cause we had trust. Now it's drowning in our lives. I know we're broken up, you know the feelings deep inside. So what's you, what we've been through?